directions, they tend to be getting consolidated down the line, not giving enough options to their teammate with the footy.
So Thornton and Mumford coming over the top. So the Cats, who have come from behind at three-quarter time a couple of times successfully this year, Richmond in round 2 and Hawthorn a couple of weeks ago, are asked to do it again. Carlton's led at every change. There hasn't been much in it. And at three-quarter time, we're set up for what should be a terrific final term on Friday night footy at 70-59. So the Cats trailed at every change so far tonight. They found goals hard to come by, just the 8 3/4. But they're close enough. Carlton hasn't played finals since 2001. Win tonight, and they'll be in the finals in 2009. That's for sure. What do you got for the power play, Bucks?
Well, it's Chris Judd. He was well held, and we know that Geelong came out with the intention to give him no space, but he doesn't need that much, and this front and centre was brilliant. Jimmy Bartell's effort was great there to get into Robinson, but Eddie Betts followed up, and it's the contested possessions of Carlton that have really put them in the box seat. And in the end, Heath Scotland was able to get that through with the help of Den. But look, Carlton have just dominated. 10 tackles more, 16 contested possessions more, 8 clearances more, and 60 possessions more. It's just been... They have controlled the game because of that, and it's been very un-Geelong-like in what we've seen this first 3 quarters.
But just 11 points. Now, some of the jockeys that are here tonight, there are 7 apprentices in the Asian Young Guns Challenge tomorrow at Flemington. A couple of Aussies, Nick Hall, Dean Holland, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, and Singapore. A couple representatives there. Melbourne Cup nominations out today. Tim, I know you're looking forward to that, and you're looking forward to this last quarter.
I am. The unanswered question at this stage is whether or not the Blues can maintain that intensity for 4 quarters of football. They've been terrific for 3 quarters. We know Geelong can, and we know in the last couple of weeks what has also been evident is the fact that they've needed a great individual performance from one of their players. A couple of weeks ago against Hawthorn here, it was Joel Selwood with 43 possessions, and then last week it was Chapman with 6 goals. I guess what we've got to look at now is which of the Geelong players is going to rise to the level in this last quarter, because they certainly need a strong, if not Herculean effort from one of their players.
I think the player they need the most is probably Gary Ablett, just because he is not really carrying this. He had 7 kicks, 10 handballs, but what we're not seeing, we talk about the same with Chris Judd. Touches are one thing, but the ability to run and deliver the ball by foot, which means you've got to get into space, that's when you're the most penetrating. Ablett is better when he can up his kicking handball ratio.
Final term then, Friday night football. Carlton to cement a place in the finals. Geelong looking to avoid their 3rd defeat of the season. Rucks go at it, one down by Cruiser, stolen by Ling. Selwood into the action immediately, penetrating kick. Oh, terrific mark. Russell's been very good back there. He's dominated Johnson, goes to the outer side. Joseph is running, cuts back towards the middle. That's confidence, goes a long way. Judd suddenly found himself in space, touched off the boot, bounces downwards full forward. Involuntary by Favola, and a mark to Mackie. Plays on, in right, just gets it away in time. Mooney's got it on the wing. Cruiser not there in time. Johnson with courage, juggles the mark, looks inside the forward 50. Varco led to the ball, gets a half volley on his knees. Hogan slips it over the shoulder. Varco comes again. Johnson, space around him, loops it into the path of Ling. Oh, terrific by Houlihan. Got him off the lane of the football, and as a result, Russell gave it to Murphy, comes out wide. Simpson, now he wants his left foot. Can he outrun Mackie? He's still going. Oh, into the waiting arms of Enright. Took him down. Mackie bounces into Carazzo. Loose ball. Simpson didn't have it. Throws himself after the football. And we've got a whistle.
Yeah, good contest. It was just so important really for either side that the opposition didn't get clear from that, because it was broken play. Good play by Simpson. He just really held, created a draw.
Couldn't really play holding the ball after that, could he? It was just a great passage of footy. So can Gary Ablett provide that spark? Probably need a goal or 2 out of him too, Lee, in this opening. This last quarter, you'd think.
And Dennis mentioned the Russell job on Johnson has been fantastic to this point.
Ling trying to take it, and then Corey's been so good.
Took possession.
It's Guy Pearce, the famous Australian actor in the Cat's Box tonight.
LA Confidential, one of our favourites, Bruce.
Knocked him out of the way first.
It was a beauty.
Block first, Jane.
And I wonder what moves Guy would suggest right now. He had a few in LA Confidential. Cruiser's kick inside, 50. O'Halpin has been a pretty good target at times tonight. Well done, Simpson's kick two already. He's in the right spot. He's got it. He's got three, and the Blues might be on their way to the finals.
Well, that was that situation sometimes where you just got to be prepared to go to your height in your forward line, and that was what Cruiser was prepared to do when O'Halpin. That was what the free came from. But the fact that O'Halpin created that contest in the air, well then, as we know, Harley's going to be jumping in the pack, and Betts is always be dangerous at ground level, but it was Simpson who took off with the footy. Extra number at ground level.
And that's what happens when you create a little spacing behind the pack. That was terrific. Cade Simpson, 5th time in his career, 3 goals, a career high. And suddenly now it's out to 17 points. Cruiser knocks it down. Ling's got it. Murphy put the body in, won the football, slips it away. Gibbs to Judd. The icing on the cake. Long ball. Almost to Hampson. Trying to rip it away as Milburn. Eyeball to eyeball they go. Well, eyeball to Adam's apple in Milburn's case. We'll have a bounce.
Well, Sir Hampson got the first touch.
He's the old guy, Milburn, out there tonight for the Cats, but boy, he's been good. Favola. And through for a behind. So it's a 3-goal game. So Geelong have probably got to kick 5 from... Oh, well, there you go. O'Halpin called to play on because it wasn't far enough. Betts can't quite get much on it. And then Ablett's little handball. Under pressure, Gillies. Slung off at Ling to Ablett. Advantage given, and then Ablett's kick to Bartel. Well, gee, if O'Halpin could only have quick-stepped that one.
We've seen a lot of things from Geelong tonight that we haven't seen for a long time.
Mackie, missed by Mooney. Bauer on the up to Armfield.
Mooney's hurt behind play. Bauer.
Oh, bad handball.
Awkward bounce there for Russell. Put Varco down, no free kick. Johnson goes inside the forward 50. The Campster just picked himself up. There's a chance for Hawkins, lacking support. Varco slips it away. They won't get this guy. Selwood measures things, goes across the ground in right. Off his step, Varco. Now he needs to go back and sink it.
Jeez. He did well to follow up there, no Milburn, and this is a big face plant here by Cam.
Yeah.
He's still attending to himself.
Used his face as a break. So here's Varco. 77 to 59. This to pull it back to 12 points. Varco's kick is out to the right. Gee, if you back Geelong to win the Premiership, you might be a little nervous tonight.
They're not going to lose it tonight, but you can't win it either.
Thanks, Jerry. Yes, thank you.
That's why you're coaching.
I reckon you'd be pretty nervous if you backed him to beat Carlton tonight, don't you, Dennis, right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Bauer's kick, almost Milburn. Cruiser good again. Mackie, well done, Corey, but a great tackle from Murphy.
It's a free kick for holding the ball. Get off him, thanks. Stand up, let him up. Thank you.
Walker short. Murphy's kick made him work a bit, but he's been a good inclusion, Walker. You just feel like he's building. He had 13 disposals last week. He's up to 11 tonight. He's only going to get better. It's kick to half forward. All the numbers with Geelong, though. Well, no free kick. Murphy did well there against Burns, but then Mackie to Corey. Corey's kick. He was looking for Rook. Wiggins, well done. He's the late inclusion. He's done all right.